The ceremonies marking the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday continue in Selma. If you go through the apartment complex, you will likely have to pay a fee for breaking your lease early. Now, some people have chosen to go about it themselves to avoid having to pay this fee, but in doing so, you will run the risk of a breach of contract between the tenant and the apartment complex. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers. Jurors in the Boston Marathon bombing trial have found Dzhokhar Tsarnaev guilty of all 30 counts against him.
See, I'm standing right outside of the Humane Society of the Ozarks, where volunteers are somewhat of a hot commodity this winter. Guys, as you can see, I'm standing at the southeast corner of Weddington Drive and Interstate 49, where there is an empty field behind me, but that is not for long.
That's right, scooter owners in Fayetteville now have less than a month to purchase basic insurance, or they could face a fine of up to $500 if pulled over or in an accident. The law was passed to protect drivers who are not at fault from the growing amount of uninsured motorists in Fayetteville. One U of A student and scooter owner says everyone should have insurance in their glove boxes because there's a lot of reckless driving going on in Fayetteville.
There are no seatbelts on mopeds, and that obviously puts you at a disadvantage when there's an accident. Statistically, there's a 95% chance that if you're in an accident on a moped, that you die, and that's why everybody should have insurance.
Depending on your driving record and whether or not you buy personal injury coverage, insurance can cost between $50 and $100 a year. If a scooter driver causes an accident and does not have insurance, then the other vehicle must file a claim against their own insurance to pay for repairs. Now, police lobbied to pass this law at a state level to avoid confusing people coming from other cities, but unfortunately it failed to have enough support just because this appears to be a problem that's happening mostly in college towns here in the state of Arkansas. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers. The Office for Sustainability here at the University of Arkansas has actually just recently launched a new program allowing departments and organizations to put on events here that are generating zero waste. Now, host organizations can now check out equipment such as Clearstream recycling, containers, scales, and other materials to use during their events to help generate zero waste. Then after the event is over, they can report it to the Office of Sustainability to be featured on their Hall of Fame website for zero waste events.
The biggest challenge with reframing the way we use things is that we have to understand that everything we do generates waste. We've decided that it's time to stop digging a hole and burying our trash. It's time for us to think about everything we do in a much more comprehensive way.
The goal of the Zero Waste Project is to reduce the amount of waste that's coming from the university and going straight into area landfills. Now, hosts can work with Sustainability Office interns to learn how to put on a successful event, and all events that are zero waste events will actually be promoted on social media by the Office of Sustainability. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers. UAPD has been busy recently with car break-in reports, and the members of Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority who live in-house on Maple Street have seen enough activity in their own parking lot to keep them on edge. Now, one thing that most of these car break-ins, or actually all of them, have in common is that the car has been unlocked, making it easy for the suspect to get in and get what they want. Now, I spoke with Natalie Koester, member of Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority, about what happened at Kappa, and she said that the suspect actually went through the entire parking lot, checking doors to see if they were unlocked.
Me that I spend a lot of nights when I come outside pretty late at night just to go out to my car and go somewhere, and that someone could be walking through the parking lot at any point in that. We got really lucky that no one was outside when it happened, but someone could have easily been walking to their car to go get someone or just go hang out somewhere, and he could have been outside at that point.
Now, Koester has said that no one has found anything missing from their cars. However, when they woke up the next morning, most of their belongings were just scattered across the parking lot. Now, there were about 6 cars total that were broken into that night, and the security guard was actually already off duty at the time of the break-in. Now, Koester says that maybe the coded gate surrounding the parking lot actually led the suspect to believe that most of the cars in the lot were unlocked. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers. Nursing student Lauren Pullman experiences these feelings regularly. It's something she has been dealing with since high school. Pullman's anxiety issues got much worse when she was rejected from nursing school twice before finally getting in.
that puts a lot more pressure on me because I feel like I have to stay on top of things and study a lot more because it did take me 3 times to get in, and I want to stay in nursing school, and so I have a lot of pressure to stay in and not fail classes because I'm already a year behind.
Pullman gets the same feeling getting test grades back that she did when opening her admissions letters for nursing school. Her anxiety about school and her future often gets in the way of her relationships. Awareness Month is in full swing at the University of Arkansas. Students have the opportunity to see art exhibits, watch a documentary, and participate in the Take Back the Night march at the end of the month. These activities are planned not just for fun, but to spread awareness that 1 in 4 women are sexually assaulted and 6% of men will commit sexual assault in their lifetime. According to the University of Arkansas's website for Respect, 6% of men will at some point in their lifetimes commit rape or sexual assault. That's 8.4 million men in total in the United States, and they're sexually assaulting 25% of women on college campuses.
Whenever we rolled out the That's So 6% campaign, we had a lot of people that were uncomfortable with it because, I mean, it's an uncomfortable subject. The campaign, was really calling out that rape culture.
The only problem with the Sexual Assault Awareness Month campaign is that it focuses on women as victims of rape by men. Some people have even spoken out about the lack of focus on men being sexually assaulted by women. Assistant Director for Communications Casey Mott says there has been a common myth that men can't be raped, but statistics show that there are more female victims.
1 in 4 women are raped. And so that's a bigger, that's a bigger problem on our campus, but it's definitely not, we definitely treat, victims, male or female, the same. But the sheer numbers of women that, are sexually assaulted are larger.
Though Sexual Assault Awareness Month focuses especially on females, Mott says that rape is a big deal no matter what, where, how, or who it happens to. The Star Central and Respect groups at the U of A are open to everyone who has experienced sexual violence, regardless of gender.
We've dealt with a lot of people that are uncomfortable with it, and our biggest response is that, thank you for, speaking out about this, and thank you for, thinking about it because, rape in itself is uncomfortable. So what we're trying to do is end sexual assault and, end these kind of comments.
For UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers. For some, Marathon Monday is a day off to celebrate Patriots Day wearing your most American outfit. For some, it is a day to support loved ones as they accomplish one of the biggest achievements of their lives.
My dad's about to run the 2nd Boston Marathon of his life. I'm so excited. Hardest worker I've ever met. He's about to crush it even though it's raining. Go Phil.
For others, the Boston Marathon is a day of inspiration for those who have overcome sickness and injury to cross the finish line. To everyone, Marathon Monday is a day of strength and unity for Boston and the rest of the country, despite the many tragedies that strike.
It comes out after 2 years ago, after the bombing. It's really a day of unity for the city and all the colleges around town. A celebration. Everyone gets to celebrate how strong the city is together, unity of all the schools, and what we're bringing to not only the city but the world together.
For UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers.
UATV's Mary Kate Power has more. Mary Kate?
Now, there are signs all around the walk-only zone detailing the types of transportation that are and aren't allowed on the sidewalks, but not everyone is paying attention to those signs. Take a look. The walk-only zone was made to prevent accidents between bikers and walkers in an already congested area.
We received complaints and concerns from pedestrians who were startled by bicycles coming up behind them very fast or getting very close to them as they pass.
The zone spans the east and west sidewalks between the Union and Old Main. Bikers will often go fast enough in this part of campus to hurt someone if there is an accident.
Success would be if everyone dismounted and pushed their bikes through that area. Failure would be if no one did it. We're somewhere between that, and it takes a while for any new policy to catch on. So what we're trying to do is get cooperation from the bicycle riders, and that's not a flip the switch one day deal. It's going to take a while for everyone to catch on to that idea.
Crane says there has not been any backlash from bikers or skateboarders on the rule, though it will take some time for everyone to start following it. For UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers. Now, while I was in the walk-only zone, I actually saw 5 people riding their bikes, 1 person walking a bike, and 1 person on a skateboard. Back to you guys. Next to the Walton Arts Center is surrounded by gates allowing drivers to enter and exit for a fee. But the pay system is changing, making all parking in the entertainment district uniform and more convenient. Now, patrons can pay for parking or add time onto their spots from any kiosk in the area.
We have a very lively crowd in the entertainment district, and so we have a lot of broken gates, have a lot of hammered up equipment, and we are dumping a lot of money into repairs and paying overtime for staff.
Parking and telecom manager Sharon Waters says the gate equipment is 5 years old and constantly needing repairs. That's getting expensive. The kiosks have proven to be less costly and more efficient. Waters says that these gates have had to been repaired almost every day, from people getting their credit cards stuck in them, running into them, and just being a lively crowd every night on Dixon Street.
A very common problem that we have in that equipment is that when you put your credit card in, a lot of times they put it in wrong, or they put it in at the same time with their ticket. And since it actually takes the credit card internally into the machine, then it would get stuck.
Please pay here before returning to your vehicle.
The kiosks only swipe cards and cannot eat your credit card. You can also use the Pay by Phone app to pay for your parking spot or add time. The gates will remain in place to surround events and festivals that will continue to happen in the lot. For UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers. That's right, Kelly. Any student can sign up for this upcoming career fair. However, it will require a bit of traveling and also missing Monday classes just for the day. However, the businesses that will be attending this new career fair are actually a lot different and new from the businesses that usually attend our career fairs at the U of A. Take a look. Suits, ties, skirts, and dress shoes. All of these are things you will see at a typical career fair at the University of Arkansas. But this year, a new location will make one career fair far from typical.
The Dallas Career Fair is something that we are doing it for the first time. In fact, as far as I know, we are one of the first schools to ever hold a career fair outside of our location.
The career fair next Monday will be located at the Westin Hotel in Dallas. Growing enrollment and many students from Texas has the U of A catering to those looking to build their careers in the Dallas area. So far, 30 companies and 125 students are scheduled to attend.
We zeroed in on Dallas for primarily because the study reports we looked at showed Texas as one of the largest growing areas for jobs, and also because we would be able to bring in companies who don't normally come to our career fair.
The Dallas Career Fair will be held again in the fall, and the Career Center is even looking to expand its fairs into other places such as Kansas City in the future. In order to attend the career fair, you will be required to put down a $50 deposit that will be returned to you once you attend the career fair. The dress requirement for the day is business casual. For UATV, I'm Mary Kate Powers.